I think it's a good time to have Collective Finance join us on stage. Firstly, I thank you for making the time. You and your team, Zom, as well as the listeners of the AMA that are here and that will be listening in future. So I first want to extend a heartfelt thank you for coming up on stage.
Yeah,
Hey,
thanks for inviting us. It's been awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Baller. I've known you guys for a while. I was actually the one who brought you guys up to the team. I invested in your project a long time ago. Gosh, back when you guys first started selling the first VIPs. And so I am a holder of several VIPs and founding fathers. And I've supported you guys. I like what you're doing. I in the chats, you always get the folks that want the quick turn. Regardless, you're going to see that. But at the end of the day, we're in gold, something that's not doesn't have a huge movements throughout history in short amount of time like the moon or the altcoins do. But I think your model and this idea of where we're kind of both sort of headed, I think is longevity and I think sustainability.
That's the key. And Zom, I recognize you and your entire team that have supported us from day dot. So I can, we've had many chats previously before you even started Collective Finance, right? But you've always had the intention and the dream to create the ecosystem that you have. But yes, gold is not something that is as volatile, and volatile markets. There's money to be made. Our business model, I'm sure you guys have seen. I wouldn't say reluctant to bring in the physical gold trading. I was just wanting to introduce it at a much later stage. So the rationale behind that, why delay something that could make the community money now? Because we wanted Treasury to contribute a larger portion, into the gold trading, because in return, the NFTs and our investors are all also being fed, if you want to call it that, right? For a lack of a better word. But gold trading, physical gold trading, I think it's very much different. Well, I know it's very much different than trading gold on the markets, just because of the access and obviously the margins that we're blessed, to be honest, to access. I can talk on, Zom. I can talk on and on about our ecosystem. We've got. I've been caught up for the past 2-3 weeks, just with legal. Trying to make sure things are getting done. We're working with Schindler's attorneys out in Johannesburg. Quite respected in their fraternity, in their field of profession. And they get busy, so...
Yeah, dude, no doubt. Absolutely no doubt. Real quick, actually, Cryptsom, he had to pop down onto the bottom of the stage. If you can invite him back up.
Oh, Zom, where did you go, mate? Where did you go? Yeah, I seldom look at the stage. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, no problem.
So... I've been
I'm back.
Up
I heard everything you said. I was just accidentally, this wonderful technology. I'm trying to do different things, so sorry.
Mate, that weeds that you are in is not helping, huh?
Yeah. Sorry. I'm a busy guy. I didn't mean. Just so everybody knows, I have a few different businesses running on in the background, so you might hear noises here and there. I'll do my best to keep it quiet.
Nah, no stress, mate. No stress. Listen, sometimes it comes first. While you're building your dream, you need to take care of the bread and the butter. So,
well, it is what it is, man. I mean, I'm a I didn't nothing came to me. Everything had to be earned. So
good.
I've got it set up where I've got my laptop sitting here. I can look out over my shop and take my other computers. I've kind of Chrome seed my setup before, but it's well rounded. I can look outside, see my horses. I can see the mountains. I can, it's just a great spot.
Yeah, my fellow horse lover. Yeah, now for sure. We've shared some It feels like
For
years
sure.
ago, actually. Yeah.
Well, that was back when we didn't even have collective finance, man. I mean, we've known each other a little while.
Yeah, nah, true story, mate. True story. So yeah, listen, just what I was touching on. So we've been for the last 3 weeks, I've just been trying to get our legal end sorted out. I must be honest with you, it's taking shape. I want to deliver something to the community to give them the necessary comfort, that building an ecosystem like ours requires. Because I was very also, again, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the latest estimations from our gold mine acquisition, right? When you're shooting out numbers like that, and all that I've done was taken the actual figures that we're working with and our intentions, right? And obviously just converted it to what the numbers say, what the reality actually is. But when you're talking about achievements like this, with in comparison to what we've or where the project currently stands, right? In terms of what we've invested and to what we've acquired, it's a moonshot, right? It's a moonshot. So I want to make sure that everything is well padded, taken care of. Everybody can understand what we're working with is tangible. So that's been for the last 3 weeks, gentlemen. I've been trying to get the wheels turning faster than what they generally do turn. From a big firm like Schindler's that we're dealing with. But I can say things are coming together quite nicely. I'm excited, mate. I'm excited. And I'll say it again. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to talk about collective finance because I am extremely curious to know more about your ecosystem, and I'm sure the Alchemists community here are just as curious to hear what you guys have got going on. But I just want to share this excitement. Well, not excitement, just the where we at. So I lost my train of thought. Can you believe it?
No, it's great. It's great. You were talking about where you guys were at your gold port. I looked at your gold portal. I've been looking at you guys. It all looks really good. I'm excited to kind of dive more in.
Yeah. No, so this is where I was at. Yeah. So when I was telling, I think it was a couple of months ago or 2 months ago, yeah, that once we have a certain structure, legal structure that we're working on, we unlock certain doors in terms of what type of institutions look at an ecosystem like ours, right? I can literally see it unfolding in front of my eyes. But again, words are cheap, right? Results matter. But what I can tell you guys, this is what's been happening on the back end of the Alchemists. And yeah, time, and I've just said it earlier in the VIP chat, time will tell. That's what it is, and that's where we're at. But again, I think it's enough about the Alchemists ecosystem. Zog, can you guys tell us what is collective finance about? What you guys got going on? Tell us, share, please do. Go for it.
Yeah, of course. Appreciate it. Not enough about Alchemists. I mean, the good thing is you guys were kind enough to have us over here. So I always enjoy hearing about what you guys are doing as well, because, personally, I'm invested as well. So it's nice to hear, that the support that, the investors have brought has helped, get further and potentially even open up new doors. That's the best part about some of these models is, it's a startup company essentially is how I look at it. I look at decentralized finance and projects no different than I look at my companies. And so,
Yes.
It is a company. If you run it like a company, then, you can have good quality investors and success if you guys have a model. Now,
Yes.
the good in a successful model, but you also have to take the punches as they come and say, you can't be egotistical for a change, so if there's something that comes your way and it looks like it's smarter for the investors, you pitch it to them, and it's, versus hodling it and, not telling anybody about what's going on. And then, oh shoot, I missed it. So it's okay to, jump and jive and do the things you need to do. Say a better idea comes up. I would expect no different than to move on that. So we do kind of the same thing. We've we've changed our model over time to fit the market and to fit longevity and sustainability. Our current, where we're at now in the build of this project is we haven't released our second sale for the NFTs. We have done our Angel NFT sale. We've done a couple, little smaller marketing pushes for that, but we're really just focused on building right now. We do still have some Angels for sale, but right now we're focusing on building. So the next sale we do will be a Sea Gold NFT. But
Beautiful.
what we're doing in our ecosystem is, currently I can now say this is the first time I've actually been able to say this publicly. We are going to have our very own wallet. So the good thing is we're working on and off ramp, being able to mint with fiat all through our own wallet. We've unwrapped a whole brand new dev team, full stack, as well as integrating our previous devs. We do have other devs working for us that are working for us directly in-house on the team, and then this full stack dev team that I sourced, and the team kind of came together with all of our connections. Has been an amazing thing. These devs are very, very talented. So we're pretty excited to get that going, because that's huge for us. Being able to have our very own wallet and not have to worry about, the securities of another wallet. It's pretty exciting. We also do have our own traders, private traders that we have access to exclusively to Collective Finance. So we've been working on that, and then building out, obviously, our DApp and landing page is constantly being updated. Right now, we're working on NFT staking for our DApp, and then obviously the wallet integration for our next sale. Do you have any questions?
Yeah. Zom, I think you explain. Well done, firstly, on your achievement. But how do investors in your ecosystem, how do they make money? Explain it in the most simplest of terms.
Yeah, let's jump a little bit into the actual ecosystem and stuff. We kind of skip past a little bit of like who we are, what we're offering, and everything. So Collective Finance is here to provide access to commodities on the blockchain, that being gold, silver, and potentially diamonds and others in the future. And how we do that is we back and over collateralize these assets, which is all available on chain and viewable by anybody. So you can verify the collateral that these assets are backed. And we issue what we call our C tokens. The first one we did is CGLD, which is a 100% backed gold token representing 1 gram of gold. That way users all over the world can gain immediate exposure to gold and be able to buy, sell, trade with no taxes, no restrictions, no nothing. So you can just gain exposure, start to earn yield, and take profits along the way. So we wanted to provide that immediate access to gold and other commodities alike, because in the real world, there's really no easy way to gain exposure as well as earn yield. There's literally no way that you can earn yield on gold sitting in your safe at home. So what a better way to keep yourself protected, knowing that your assets are safe, they're 100% backed, over collateralized, and you can earn yield on it within DeFi. So you can come into Arbitrum. That's the current network that we're on, and we're planning to expand in the future to more networks, more chains and everything. So on Arbitrum, you can go ahead, buy gold, be able to earn yield on it, hold it, take profits along the way, as well as arbitrage with the different liquidity pools and all that fun stuff. So in simple terms, it's basically just providing that easy access and safe exposure to gold on the blockchain.
Yeah, beautiful, man, beautiful. And quick question.
For getting into that, Chrome, because I was headed there. I always approach things differently. I'm the guy that goes backwards into the situation. So
good.
And anyways, so yeah, go ahead, Baller. I just wanted to mention, Chrome brought up something about no taxes. There is, if you're going to use our mint and redeem feature on our DApp it's no different than, essentially how I wouldn't compare us to PaxG's model, but we use PaxG for our backing, and they have a system within themselves as well, which Paxos Gold is PaxG, and we can provide a link. for the folks, but that is our gold backing, and that's on chain. And I would tell everybody, make sure you do your research on them, because they're a very established company, well regulated, and they have set a high standard. So we've just basically taken PaxG and essentially made it more liquid, where you can actually earn on it. And we are basically the first largest gold pool on Arbitrum. So we were pretty excited about that, and we're always looking to expand. But there is a small tax on the mint and redeem fee to be able to mint C Gold, which is the gold back token that we have in our ecosystem. But you can also purchase it within the liquidity pools on the different dexes that we have our liquidity pools hosted on.
Okay. And can these tokens be purchased with, on these liquidity pools and dexes? I'm not too, aware of how things operate. I've got Shadow does all of this explanations. He makes it, simple for dummies. Can guys purchase with credit cards these tokens, or is it only via crypto?
When we have our wallet up and running, yes. But at this point, no, you cannot at this point. When the wallet's up and running, that's where we're headed. I've discussed it directly with our developer, Danny, and he said that that's what we want to get going. That's what we're headed for. It would just, for crypto, the best way to do it is less clicks. Make it as simple as you can.
Simple as possible, yeah. And I asked that question because we've been having a challenge with getting our credit card options open to us. I mean, we've chatted with Alpha Shares.
To extend our network a bit to help you guys, because I believe
it's because the credit card providers, even though they're Asian run, the guys that I've spoken to, right, they're Asian run, but they're American based. So it becomes a bit of a challenge when selling a NFT like ours that currently doesn't have that legal structure officially yet in place. You know what I'm saying? So you need to look for new avenues, and that's why I thought, gold token, mint credit card, buy NFT. So that's why the question there, gentlemen. And obviously, if anybody else wanted to just purchase your tokens with the credit card. Okay, and what is the yield like? What does the yield look like on a monthly basis? Simplify it for us.
Yeah, are you talking about a percentage? A percentage basis?
Yes.
Really
I
tough.
Buy $5,000. I buy $5,000 of gold token, right? What is the process? What can an investor expect when getting into your ecosystem?
Yeah, I look at it like a stable coin alternative, right? That's the way I look at it personally. There's so many options coming down the pipe. We're working on different dexes to work with. We're partners. We obviously got to get our liquidity as many places as we can, so people have the option to go to the different dexes that pay potentially higher emissions on one pair versus the other, or like Chrome said, the arbitrage opportunities between the two. So to be able to give you an exact percentage, it's just based on which part of the ecosystem you're getting into. For the gold itself, you can. I don't know, Chrome. Do you know the exact APR on RBDex? I don't remember, but regardless, we're working on. When we first started, the pools were really high. They were like almost 300% APR when we first started, and obviously it's way corrected because the DEX gained volume, and you can't offer that kind of crazy APR sustainably. It was just how we had the pools set up at the beginning. So ideally, I'd like to see be competitive with stable coins on these dexes, and then be able to have that exposure to gold and instead of parking. I have a tough time personally and this is never financial advice for anybody, but I have a tough time parking my personal funds in a USDC with the DPEGs, and I'd much rather have something that's tangibly represented like a gold token like we have, and I'd rather park my funds there personally. I just feel safer. I feel like it's better. It has a backing. Fiat kind of, I mean, that's an argument in itself. But personally, I would rather hold gold or silver. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I just wanted to come in and clarify really quick. So for the gold token, we as Collective Finance aren't providing the yield for that token. That is based off of our partnerships with the DEXs that we have. So to like earn yield with the token itself, you'll want to create liquidity with wherever it's hosted. So on RBDEX, it's with USDT. You create liquidity, you stake the liquidity, and it's based off of what the DEX is paying out. So it's always variable, but that can also change when you start to play with the arbitrage opportunities, as mentioned, so you can start to earn a little bit more that way. And where you can earn yield directly from us as what we generate is through our NFT collection. So an Angel NFT holder or a Sea Gold NFT holder, that's where you'll actually be able to earn yield from us as Collective Finance.
correct.
And what's that yield? What's that yield looking like? Just on average, you don't have to give exact numbers. What can an investor, an angel, expect?
Healthy.
I love it. Okay. So there's no
You won't
there's
get
no
me to
plus.
say an APR. I hate to tell you that, but I just, we're close. I know in my head what's going on, and
Yeah.
I'm just going to say healthy until I
Okay.
can actually. I'm not quite ready to release all the data yet. We're close, and when I say close, within probably 2 weeks to a month, because I want to make sure these things are doing really well and continue to do well.
It'll
Yeah.
also always be variable because with some of the avenues we're in, they're not consistent. It's like, with trading and stuff, you're not always making 1% daily or always doing 10% trades. It's going to be variable every time you trade, right? So that's where the returns, it's always going to differ every single time. Just depends on what's popping.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And that's,
So
so here's the most important thing too, right? Is there's people got to understand that, the traders are not us. They're not like us. They don't like to be bugged. They don't, they're like artists,
Yeah.
they're like painting a Picasso, photo or some sort of photo, something special. And you got to make sure that you give them their time, because if you rush things, that's when things go south. And DeFi is
listen.
so.
I can empathize with you. Don't worry, mate. When it comes to traders, they built differently, and you're right. Very much like artists, their brains function differently to ours. 100%. So wait, I've got another question. So so you're saying this is like a stable coin, right? And so this thing never depegs. If I buy one gold token, right, I can go on any DEX that has liquidity and transfer that for one USDC, for $1 practically. Is that what you're saying?
No, Chrome, you can explain it to him in depth. He probably does a better job at explaining the details because he's really good at the mechanics of it. I understand the model very well. Because of the structure of the liquidity pools and the way we have this set up is, there's going to be arbitrage opportunities within the pools because they don't necessarily always hold that exact price, because the price can differ within the pools depending on what's going on in that pool, buying or selling. If you were going, the way we have this set up is very complicated in the back end, but it's actually really simple when you see it. But the way our mint and redeem feature is set up, that's always going to mint and redeem at the price of 1 gram, one troy gram. Right?
Okay.
So the backing's always there, but
Okay.
the liquidity pools could kind of maneuver, and that's how people can make a little bit of money in the arbitrage. But even though the backing's there, do you understand what I'm saying? It's not that it ever, the token doesn't ever decrease on its backing necessarily within the pools. It's just that token is going up and down in the pools, and then it'll actually regulate within the float. There's a lot of calculations going on in the back, and I don't want to confuse folks, but it does balance, and the way the mechanics are set up, it's really unique. It's not always held in gold. There's like a small percentage in the float to where people can redeem in stables. Otherwise it would have to interact on ETH, and that costs a lot of gas. That's why it's taken us kind of so long to come up with this mint and redeem feature. It's very complicating. And there's 3 different tokens that you can redeem in. So, I think it's USDC, USDT, and PAXG. Mm-hmm. So you can actually mint with one of those and redeem into one of those.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, so we say it's like a stable coin because if you look at the chart, it's very stable. It's always trading around, roughly 1 gram of gold, but it'll go up and down based off of volume, buys and sells. But it's very stable in that sense that based off of its backing, it's always trading at what it should be at 1 gram of gold. And whenever it goes up, you can sell to take a little bit of profit. And when it's trading below, you can buy it to actually, buy at a little bit of a discount. Because if it goes down, 10% below what 1 gram of gold is, you're buying it at a 10% discount. When it goes right back up, you can take that profit and start to do that. So yeah, we consider it like a stable coin because it is very stable, and it does act like a lot of other ones where market does affect it, and you can find those arbitrage opportunities between the different liquidity pools, yada yada. And when you LP farm, it's very low in permanent loss because it's not moving a lot at all. You're staying very stable like a stable coin. So you don't have to worry with liquidity farming. You can just kind of stake and chill and not have to worry about that as you just earn some yield.
Very interesting, guys. Very interesting. I must be honest with you. Just had to cough there for a second. Yeah. Look, I'm perhaps not the best guy to ask the intricate questions on your entire setup, with this arbitraging and trading in terms of on DEXs. So if anybody has, questions that I perhaps can't see from a layman's perspective, please shoot them through in the questions channel, in the AMA questions, and we can have Zom and Chrome. Where's Doc?
Like how you just that's so funny. Where's Doc? He's busy with patients right now. He's actually in the hospital working with patients. He said that he might be able to jump in, but I think he just had a couple patients come in right before the start of the AMA. Yeah. So he's out there saving lives, healing wounds, doing his thing.
Beautiful. Yeah, Doc, myself and Doc was chilling on the Twitter Spaces. I think who not Cardinal House.
It was Obsidian.
Oh, forget Obsidian. Yeah, bless you boys. Yeah, Obsidian. Yeah, we were chilling on the Twitter Spaces. Yeah, I think, guys. So if there are any other questions about this token, please feel free to shoot the questions through. And I can tell you what, guys. We playing in a similar field but vastly different. And I can almost assure you, once we hit our straps, you will most without a doubt see us support you, given that you already know you guys were there when nobody knew about us, So you can take that to the bank. It's just a matter of time here. You guys continue doing what you're doing. I mean, if we have the liquidity to access one of your angel NFTs, we will certainly do so. If not as an ecosystem, but as a group buy, even perhaps just amongst the VIPs and our holders. You know what I mean? And to show some support, and we'll see who chips in what, and we can look to support you guys. I know how difficult it is. And it's not easy out there, especially in the conditions we find ourselves in. Everybody trying to step on one another's heads to try to get to the next level, which doesn't work.
No. Yeah, man.
It doesn't work.
We gotta work together.
That's the key. That's the key. But you've also got to have a certain type of mindset, right? If you want to work with someone, you got to have the same work ethos, firstly, right? And you've got to have the similar intentions. If the intentions are different, then there's no synergy between the two parties, even if the intentions are there to work together. You with me?
Yeah, man. Well said. Well said.
Yeah. So we've had many AMAs with with projects touching in similar veins, but we won't go on that too much. But there's plenty of opportunity. If you can't see the opportunity, you know what I mean. Move on.
Yeah,
Move on. Simple.
that's good.
Yeah. And I'll tell you guys now. We might not be the biggest in Web3 just yet, right? In gold. But in the back end, I can tell you now with almost a certainty, we're the biggest in gold that Web3 has ever seen. 100%. So it's a matter of time. It shouldn't take us too long, but we'll be there. We're supporting collective finance. I can tell you that now. We just need to manage our things on our end. Given how things, slow down a bit, but I anticipate us moving in leaps and bounds in due course. So,
yeah, man. That's how it happens sometimes. You got to just kind of buckle down and work a little bit to really like nail things down, especially with the sector that we're in. It's a slow moving market. It's not classic volatile crypto with Bitcoin and ETH going, down up 10% within a week. It's very much a slower market with lots slower things happening, and especially with the acquisitions, the high level institutional stuff doesn't happen overnight. Doesn't happen in 1 week.
No.
It happens in months and months of time. So like for you guys, it makes sense, man.
Years.
Yeah, exactly.
Years. People in the crypto market. It's funny, and it's I used to be a part of it too, but as far as the mindset goes.
Oh, we lost him again.
How do we lose him? And I need to rush to put my phone on charge. Where is
Yeah, he's been having some technical difficulties, but no, I think I know exactly what he was gonna say. Oh, we lost Baller too. All right, guys. I guess it's just me up here. We'll give it a couple minutes till. Alrighty, I'm gonna assume that the other guys' phones died or their laptops or whatever, so I'm gonna close this out myself. So thank you everybody so much for coming by and joining today. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here. Definitely thank you to everybody in the audience for showing support, asking questions, and just being here. It's not a lot of people don't have the time, even 30 minutes to an hour to spend to come and sit down and listen to other people chat. So definitely appreciate it. If you have any more questions about collective finance and what we do and what we're offering, then definitely join our server. And
How's it?
Questions? Oh, hey, there he is. Are you back?
Are you guys there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. I don't know what my battery died, so I'm just trying to get on speaker on Discord. It's almost impossible. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. I was just kind of like closing it out a little bit because I wasn't sure if you guys were going to come back or not.
Welcome back. So, I think there was a few questions there from Stormy. What are the risks with your token?
Oh, that's a good question. I would actually say none. There's essentially with Seagold, you're looking at zero risk. It's 100% fully backed, over collateralized, so you can see that it's there. And if anything ever happens, its value is totally backed, so there's nothing that could ever go wrong. There's no taxes, so you can buy and sell whenever you please without having to worry about, getting taken from. Yeah, it's a pretty risk-free token, other than, maybe if gold price decides to decline within the next couple months or years, then it could potentially go down a tiny bit in value. But I mean, realistically, with what's happening in the world and the market,
So,
it's kind of looking to be the opposite. So
so PAX G, right? I haven't jumped in too deep, but I understand the model to a degree, right? But are they assets in ground, or is it assets sitting in vaults in terms of the gold?
vaults.
Is it only
It's
in
all
vaults?
in vaults. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah, so every one PAX G token is backed by one physical ounce of gold, and that's all. I'm pretty sure all their lunts or all of their vaults are in London, but I might not be 100% correct on that.
okay. Well, that's why. That's okay. Okay, I hear you. Stormy. Hope you got your answer there, mate. So
Yeah, if there's any more questions about that too, we can go a little bit more in depth on some of the backing and how it all works specifically. But me personally, I definitely think it's almost a zero risk token. There's not a lot, unless you believe that gold is going to lose value, then maybe. But I mean, I think it's going to be increasing in value.
Yeah, it should be increasing in value, especially if they're going to be increasing or utilizing the CBDCs or even the BRICS currency backed by gold. I mean, there are some theories in terms of what the price expectation of gold should actually be when they start accepting these tokens as a form of payment. But again, time will tell. I think it's an exciting time for everybody in gold. Yeah, I'm excited because I know what we have. The Alchemists, and what that could potentially do to our ecosystem in terms of our tangible assets that we now own. So I can only see if it does the same to us. It could increase the value of your. Does it work like that, by the way? So if the price of gold goes up, let's say it goes up 20-30%, that token, you can sell it on the exchange for the price and the volume that it's moved in terms of the gold price, or
Yep,
am
correct.
I wrong?
Yeah. So sometimes it's a little bit delayed. So sometimes you'll notice that it won't be like exactly the same price. But like I would give it if it went on a crazy surge, it probably would take I would give it like an hour, maybe like a day upwards to like let the price like fix itself and correlate. But it should, yeah. Also, Cryptzom is asking if you can let him back up on stage.
Is he down again? Zom, where you going, mate? Let me just check here.
There we go.
There we go. Zom, you back?
I can see he's talking, but no audio's coming out. Unless that's just
I can't help him there.
Can you hear him, or?
I can't hear a word that Zom is saying. Zom, is your mic not perhaps on mute, my friend?
Yeah, he must be going through some technical difficulties. So it looked like it says that he's talking right now, but I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know.
That's all good.
Touch on this question was,
we can keep it going.
Okay, so look, I think, you know what, guys, are you able to share your Discord link?
Yep.
Put it in the arena. If you are able to share links, I'm not able to share links. Our security is so tight. But see what, if you can share it. If not, I'll ask Danny. Danny, let me just check if Danny's here. Yeah, Danny is here. Danny, if you could just share the Collective Finance Discord link when you get an opportunity. So guys that are interested can go see what you guys are building. Check it out. I like there's definitely an interest from my side, when things are popping off the right way here, we'll definitely, as an ecosystem, reciprocate
Hell yeah, man.
what Zom and Co has done. I can tell you that now.
Nice, man. Yeah, we appreciate it a lot, like letting us come up, and as Tripson said, we've been supporters of you guys since the birth of Alchemist. Basically, we've seen kind of the ideas and everything that you guys wanted to do, and we were fully supportive of that because it's very much lines up with what we want to do. Lots of revenue, providing real value, and doing stuff with gold. So it all lines up perfectly. Thank you so much for the support, man. It's been awesome.
No, for sure. I want you guys must jump into our gold portal too. I want to see collective finance pumping. Listen, this month we made 6%. That's coming in through for the investors, excluding the booster rewards, which is so. If you hold, I think it's 11 VIPs. I forget the structure, but if you hold a certain amount, you get 0.75% extra on that 6%. So 6.75% in the month, not too shabby, right?
No,
not
no,
too
that's
shabby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're talking gold, yeah, that's pretty good. that's pretty good.
And as we grow, and that's that's one of the reasons. Well, like I say, I want the treasury to come in with a bigger chunk, right? So we could buy up our allocations that we've got access to, and without a doubt get even some better ROI. But that being said, it's healthy as it is. But we're gonna look as we increase our positions and our buying power. Yeah, we're looking, onwards and upwards. And the gold price doesn't really, gold goes up, gold goes down, the margins stay the same. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if the prices go up in terms of our gold claim and the mining rights that we have, that's a different kettle of fish. So, yeah, guys, I thank you so much. Is there anything more? Do you guys? That's right, yes, Stormy. That's right. 11 phase 2s plus a VIP is an extra 0.75% per month. Just by the way, guys. Yeah, thank you for that, Stormy. So, if there are any other questions, or do you guys have anything that you guys would like to close with?
No, I just appreciate you guys having us up here. It's been a pleasure. Sorry, I had a couple technical difficulties there, but I had to sign out of Discord and come back. The questions were good. Stormy, thanks for the questions. You seen I messaged you there. Yeah, you're a smart guy. You understand there is risks on the blockchain, but and I heard all you guys' talks about the token risks, and I agree with it for the most part. I mean, just so everybody is aware, there is some risk on the blockchain. Just make sure you factor that in. So, but look forward to more collaborations with you guys in the future as well. We're emerging. We're taking time to build this thing. It takes Rome wasn't built in one night, so it takes a little time. And thanks for everybody for just giving us your time, because everybody's time is valuable.
100%. Yeah, and thank you for everybody for listening in. And Zom and Chrome, I appreciate you. We should, especially talking about gold, we should arrange at least once a month Twitter spaces where we just talk about gold, because there's so much happening in the world that gold and commodities. You've got lithium, you've got copper, right? You've got silver, all taking center stage with all these digital currencies popping up. That's a major thing, and these are the things we should be talking to our ecosystems and community and investors about.
Yeah.
Because
now, one thing I want to bring up to you too, Baller, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is an important point that we all need to consider. Is we all understand the processes that it takes to mine these precious metals. And a lot of the question that I hear is, well, that's a pretty, damaging process to the earth. We need to be looking into what are the ways that we can fit into the refi space as well, and figure out a way to do our part for the earth. We have to you got to take care of the earth. You can't just take. So you also have to give back, you know? And so I've been trying to figure out how we can do that. And I'm really excited when me and you can hop on a phone call. I've talked to you about some of these things in the past. I think you might know what I'm talking about. But
I do.
it's been, extremely aggressive the last 2 months and progressive. So I think I have some exciting things to talk about more in the future with that. But I wanted to leave it with you guys, leave you guys with that, because it is something that we have to consider about doing our part to give back. And not everybody we can't just plant a bunch of trees. Trees don't feed your food. They don't feed your family. You need food. So, we have to also figure out ways to do that as well.
So, Dom, we're not at this. I hear you loud and clear, and I agree with you to an extent. At the same time, we're not physically mining our land yet, our claim yet, right? But I can tell you now, our partners have their own operational mines, coal mines and gold mines, right? If that product that you're talking about and the systems are ready, I will be more than happy to do the introduction, right? To see if it's feasible for them. At the end of the day, I can't change anybody else's mind, right? It's about.
It's fine. No, I'm not asking for.
One thing is very, very, very critical within the mining industry is the bottom line. You know what I mean? It's the bottom line, and if it makes financial sense, they will do it. If it doesn't,
bottom line is great. I mean, I totally agree.
Yeah,
it's money isn't everything, but it is everything else. And so
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I understand, but at the same time, it's not just. I mean, there's we just need to have a podcast. That's what it is. We just
make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. Let's do it. Connect with Obsidian. Yeah. Even let Matt and then put it together for us, and we can invite that other dude. What's that? MetaMiner guy, whatever.
Yeah.
Can come and join us. We make it a whole
I'd be happy. I mean, if you want to set it up, man, let me know. I'd be happy to show up there and be a part of it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Why not? Yeah, why not? We in the industry, we know the ins and the outs of it, to a degree. I'm not an expert by far, but we got the right people. So yeah.
Well, we're both passionate as well, and we're we have similar interests, and I think the communities have similar interests. I think that the folks that are behind us are incredible between the both of us. I look in the chats here and I look at all the names and I'm like, oh man, I see a lot of those guys, that back in the beginning, the OGs.
Yeah.
So appreciate everybody being here.
Yeah, no, for sure. Thank you very much once again, guys, and have a fantastic day on your end and an evening to the rest of the globe. All right.
Cheers.
Have a good one. Cheers, gentlemen.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.